Hi, I'm Kristen Rosenberg. I'm a holistic health practitioner and the owner of Inspire True Wellness, and I am here to bring you the Angel and Oracle reading for June 2026. I do this reading each month. It's where I get an angel message and I also do an oracle card reading to see what energies are coming up for us during the month and how we can navigate them. So, here's just a little bit more about me and what I do. So, I offer holistic wellness services and I work one on one with people to help them restore and reclaim their health from chronic illness and chronic symptoms naturally. And I do that through a holistic health program called Nourish, Heal, Thrive. And in that program, we're using food, herbs, and supplements to support you, to help you live a life of energy, clarity, and vibrancy in mind, body, and spirit. So, we really want to restore health in that way. And I also offer a somatic breathwork technique called the Freedom Process, where I help people release their mental and emotional patterns that can keep them sick and stuck and keeps them from living the life that they truly desire and showing up authentically. So that's a very powerful process as well. So if you're interested in working with me, please feel free to reach out to me by email at Kristen, Kristen, at inspiretruewellness.com. You can also visit my website at inspiretruewellness.com. I offer complimentary consultation calls so you can ask questions and learn more about what I do, and we can see if we would be a good match to support you and your health. So if you have any questions, let me know. I would love to be able to support you on your healing path. So let's get started with the reading. For June, Archangel Raphael came through, and just a little bit about Archangel Raphael. He harnesses divine healing energy to heal the physical, emotional, and spiritual in humans and animals. He calls in love that we need in our lives to heal, whether it be through partnerships, friendships, or work relationships. And he heals humans at the soul level. He also erases karmic debts and heals addiction. So lots of healing energy going on for this month. And in terms of the message that came through for this month, when I sat down to channel this, I could see that I was being led to some kind of massive library, almost like the one in Beauty and the Beast, in Disney's movie. And so I'm led into this library, and I'm led to a bookshelf, and this navy blue book comes popping out. And I open it, and it flips to a page about 3/4 of the way through the book, and it opens to a blank page. And I mentioned that it's navy blue, and I'm actually going to call it indigo, an indigo colored book, because that it comes up later in the card reading, this color of indigo. So when I did all of the reading, I kind of looked over everything, how it unfolded, and I was like, oh, that was probably meant to be indigo, not just navy blue. So I mentioned that, so we can keep that in mind. So as I'm looking at this book, this indigo book that's popped open, and I'm staring at a blank page, I feel Archangel Raphael here with me, and I ask him what's going on and what I'm looking at, and I start hearing a song. I'm not sure if you're familiar with the Book of Love by Peter Gabriel, and also I heard another song after that, Unwritten by Natasha Bedingfield. So Archangel Raphael says, "This is your book, and everything to the right on this wall or in this book is yet to be written." And that's when I start hearing the Unwritten song by Natasha Bedingfield. So those two songs together are very interesting. Unwritten is about, and you can look up these lyrics. I'm not going to go deep into this right now about the lyrics, but it's about writing your story, speaking what you need to speak, living the way you want to live, and writing your own story and living in a messy way if that's what that requires. So just to go out and be you and write your story. The Book of Love, kind of self-explanatory, but it feels bigger, almost like a divine book. Like the book that I'm looking at in this library feels like we're in the Akashic records or something, where all the books of history and all the soul information of the entire universe is kept or something. And we all have our own book that we're writing in this library. So the book of love is about, love. And it feels like a bigger divine topic where there's transcendental information and topics in these books, while there's also a lot of dumb things too that are border on the ridiculous. So the Book of Love is just a compilation of all these things in our lives, and it encompasses the story that we're writing as well. So the Book of Love felt like a cosmic book, and Unwritten feels like it's about our personal story that fits into that cosmic story as well. So it was just an interesting of the two elements of this idea of writing a story. So anyway, so back to Archangel Raphael's message. He's saying it's about putting your spin on what is to play out now. You are in the process of writing your story, and it's time to become the author of it officially. Until now, you have been largely flowing with what happens and reacting. At this time, it's beneficial to sit with your thoughts and feelings for an outline for what is to come. To continue writing this story as a book of love about you, a love story that includes your needs, your talents, your expression, and your creativity and passion. The universe pulls from these to drive the story and create an adventure that flows forth and serves and benefits the world. There are many books in this library. Many of them are just recordings of what has taken place. It is a data recording of places, events, and situations in a historian way. Now we ask you to look at this book in front of you that has no title. It is time to place a title on it and be intentional about how you move forward. What is it that you would like to name for yourself? Where is it that you would like your life to go? There are so many ways and outcomes that you could write. And yes, it can feel and be overwhelming to feel like anything is possible. And then it can feel like paralysis, making almost nothing possible. But even if this feeling of paralysis is happening, it is in this current time that you must focus on your deepest desires and passions. If they are not clear to you, sit with it until it becomes clear. Acting on this passion will fuel the fire and momentum of your story to move forward. We do not wish this exercise to become fear-based or scary. It is more playful than that. It is more like a game, and you can create what you would like. Many of these things that you can create can be healing and uplifting. It does not solely need to be about responsibility and becoming something of which society must place value on. It is all about what you personally value in this world. How can you create that what you want to say in the world? How can you even create that within yourself first? Once that is possible, how can that be replicated among others? There is no right or wrong here. It is more of a creative writing assignment. We understand that it's possible that creative writing was not necessarily a strong suit for you, or some of you, and if that is so, it may be that no one allowed you to be creative in the past, and that there was no safety in that creativity for many years. However, we urge you to see that it is not unsafe to come up with ideas and allow them to be and to percolate and grow as they may wish to. It is nurturing these seeds of passion and creativity that allows life to expand and you to expand as a being of light and love. And so we bring you back to this idea of a book, your story, this blank page, this book of love that is here and waiting for you to grab it and to engage with it and to welcome all of the flow and abundance that is available to you. It is just that you must acknowledge it and feel into what is waiting to be written. For this month, the focus is on the personal, individual consciousness. There is nothing to report on the greater stage of the world, There will be events and situations that appear chaotic and continue to draw the people of the world into fear. But we say that this is not the most important focus. It is about staying true to your heart and really getting clear on a personal level. What is important for you, where you stand, and how you will navigate these happenings in the world without being sucked into a state of fear. That fear state will lower your frequency and interfere with the expansion and evolution of your life and your soul. So guard your hearts and watch the larger and unfolding events with caution, and see with eyes of detachment for the narratives that are presented, and stay in love for yourself and your fellow man. It is that you are all together on this wild ride. That is your reality at this time. Join hands with your neighbors and fellow man, and with compassion, see with eyes of truth and love. Not all is what it seems. There are powers that exist that are writing a different story in a different book. Focus on your own heart, your own story, and your own world and reality to shift your experience. The message is quite simple and focused this month. That is all. It is enough for this time. We do not wish to overwhelm or take the eyes or point them in too many directions. Enjoy your life and feel into the experience of what you wish to live here. The story is waiting to be written, and we are here to support your storyline of passion, integrity, and embodiment. If there is a sense of holding back in this way, we wish to address this resistance. We wish for you to know that you will be supported in this intentional action and engagement with your story. It is safe to step into the unknown, and we are here to support you. Open your heart and allow all of the abundance to flow forth. It is in that trust and faith that the channels can be opened. So much love to all of you, Archangel Raphael. So that's a beautiful message about writing our story, tapping into our creativity and passion, and really getting to know ourselves to be able to bring that to the world. So loving that. And I'm going to move on to the Oracle card reading. So the first card I pulled is in relation to the nature of our obstacles this month, and the card is indigo, and that's why I was talking about the color of the book cover in the angel message, because this card came up. And this card is about the mystery and mastery of life, which connects well to the idea of the book of love being that color, about the greater mysteries of life. The indigo card holds mystery and calls you into its embrace to reveal the meaning of existence and the meaning of you. In this position, this card is about looking at our obstacles and exploring them. And the reason that we need to explore them is to come back to ourselves and get to know ourselves more fully. Sometimes it's in the obstacles and the difficult times that we learn more about our place in the world and who we are in terms of existing as beings of love. It's our book of love. It allows us to come back to what's really important and get in touch with our senses, where we truly appreciate the things that matter in life and appreciate the world around us and everything that supports us. We can appreciate nature, the love of pets, the sun on our skin, a good meal, time with friends and family, experiencing love and acceptance, all of these things. It's when we're in times of challenge and hardship that we come to appreciate these aspects of life that we sometimes take for granted. And we can go deeper with ourselves to explore more about what we want to be and how we want to live and what we want our lives to look like. The indigo card can also indicate it's a time of letting go of what we think we want in our lives based on what other people's expectations are. So it's calling us to move ahead in a new way and pursue a new adventure for ourselves, a new way of living. Indigo tells us that our dreams are important and that having a vision for ourselves is important as well. So daring to dream allows these visions and these new adventures that we might like to take come true, allows those dreams to come true. And that ties in so nicely again with the message from Archangel Raphael, who's telling us that we each have a story to write And we're sitting with that blank page, and it's time for us to get quiet and look ahead and see what story we want to write and what direction we want our life to take. This month really has a planning and envisioning quality to it. So use any difficulties or obstacles you're experiencing to bring it back home to yourself and discover more about who you are and what's important to you. So use it as contrast, just to gather information. So, and use that information to start to form what you may desire for yourself. So, are certain relationships that are difficult for you making you discern more clearly about what you want to experience in relationships in general, or how to act in a relationship yourself? Is there a work situation where you observe something happening that you don't agree with, and it maybe makes you recalibrate your purpose in this world or how you want to spend your time? Use your challenges and difficulties again to become clearer in what you want to see in your life, and start envisioning and dreaming that which you want to do and see in your life, whatever brings you joy, happiness, and ignites passion in your life. Okay, the next card is about the next best action to support us through the obstacles. And when I was shuffling for this card, two cards fell out of the deck for this question. The first one that popped up is Kundalini. This card is about finding the untapped energy within us. Kundalini is an energy that is present in our bodies, and it's curled at the bottom of our spine. It's a raw power that belongs to each of us, and it's a spiritual power. And when we focus on that energy in the base, it's in the base chakra at our sacrum. We can use it to ignite passion and inspire ideas and spiritual truths for ourselves, which is wonderful because it's igniting the passion that we need to work with, related to the indigo card, which is also a color and part of the chakra system. You can work with this energy, this Kundalini energy, through meditation, yoga, movement, and dance, for example. It's a very powerful energy, so you would want to wake it up slowly if it's not already awake in you. And I would suggest that you do some research about this energy when you're trying to work with it. But the gist of it is that it's part of our passion, our personal passion, and it ignites motivation for us to move forward and to pursue our dreams. So again, it ties in really nicely to the indigo card and Archangel Raphael's message. There's definitely something here for us about starting a new adventure and igniting passion and creativity to follow our dreams. And before we do anything, to really get clear and think about what it is to what we want to create, to kind of have a direction before we just, kind of blast our passion everywhere. I keep coming back to the vision of that blank page that Archangel Raphael was showing me, and that the next chapter, the next line is even waiting to be written. So be intentional and start tapping into that inner creative passion and energy to bring something new into your life. And the next card that fell out of the deck for this same question, it's the Karma card. And I love this card for this question too, because it describes energy and how it can be beneficial to us. So we have two energy cards for this question coming forward, which is really cool. So this is about karmic energy, which is asking us to look at our life and how we've behaved and what kind of actions and decisions we've made in the past. Whatever the intention of these past actions and decisions are, they will come back full circle to us and present a consequence. This card definitely represents the meaning of the saying, what goes around comes around. So as we're thinking about what we're planning for ourselves in the future, it's important to take stock of how we've behaved and take responsibility for all of it. It's also about looking at what the challenges are in our life right now and trying to understand what they're showing us or teaching us at this time, because there may be lessons related to compassion, forgiveness, tolerance, patience, or humility that may be here for you. So they're coming up so that you can work through them and up-level your experience. So we are being conscious about the karma that has come to us, and also working through that so that what we put out in this time, what we're creating sends out good karma and good consequences for us in the future. We can't escape the things that we've done, so it's very important to acknowledge the good, the bad, and the ugly and work through the issues and come to a reconciliation with them and integrate them so that we can do better in the future. If you need help with this process, definitely ask the angels to help you with karmic release so that you can get rid of any stuck, twisted knots of energy that may be there blocking you from forward momentum and expressing passion and creating something new for yourself. The last card I drew is about Spirit's role behind the scenes, and the card that came up for this question is white. The white card is about purity and innocence, and the guidebook says, "The white ray calls you, asking you to put down whatever troubles you and to be soothed in her neutral embrace." So it's really nice to have this card for this question. This card recognizes that there's a lot of uncertainty right now, which can feel unnerving, but it's telling us that the future is unknown in an exciting way. There's a lot ahead of us, and there's still some energy issues that we need to work out along the way to get clear about where we're going. And having the white card in this position tells us that Spirit is here to remind us that we can relax and recharge and rest and bask in the safety of Spirit's divine white light. So there's stuff that we need to do, and we can know that we can rest in Spirit's support. Spirit is here to let us know that we can weather any storms and that we can handle it. And Spirit is showing us that we have the strength to move forward and create this new world for ourselves and in our personal lives. And Spirit is also showing us that the angelic realms and the divine are here for us to support us in that endeavor and this new adventure. This diamond white light that is showing us on the card, it's helping to polish us and smooth out our rough edges through all of the challenges and difficulties and experiences we're having that are maybe not what we want to be experiencing. They're giving us lessons that shape us. And it's reminding us that we're always a part of Source and that through this white light, we can return to a state of purity and love and light. It's just that this energy and these experiences are shaping us and helping us come back to who we truly are. It's showing us where we need to make adjustments. And to come back to that state of purity and love and light, we can start envisioning what we want for ourselves as we move forward to create the new in our life. This card tells us that Spirit is here holding the space for us and surrounding us with this white light to remind us that even though we are human, we are still a part of the divine matrix and the universal whole, which is love. So that's very beautiful, especially as we try to move forward, learn the lessons, release our karma, and set out on new adventures that are in alignment with our hearts, and to fill the pages of the book of our lives, with new stories that build a new future, while also remembering again that we are a part of this universal whole, which is love. And so we are writing the story of our lives, but it's also a part of our own book of love, a love story that we're writing to ourselves. So very exciting. And I wish you all the best in writing this story. So thanks so much for being here and listening to this reading this month. If you want to hear more, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel and get updates for the future. If you want to stay connected with me, you can follow me on Facebook at Inspire True Wellness. And if you'd like to work with me or have questions for me just to connect, you can visit me at inspiretruewellness.com. I hope you have a wonderful June, and I hope that the angels bring you much true wellness, joy, and abundance. Have a great month.